so I think one time I come back from work, and I think my wife had remained home, so I sat.
You're waiting for your shoes to be removed.
No, my shoes, of course, they were on
Yeah,
the door, but I said, okay, let me, because in my mind I was thinking,
Mm.
my
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Eh.
Ah,
Mm.
my wife, of course, says, hey, hi, how are you doing? How was your day? That's all. I didn't hear, do you want juice or water? I didn't hear, do you want,
That is what
you get. I didn't hear all these other things. And then she served food, everything was mixed
together.
I'm like, but my dad, things were different, you get.
Yes.
And then my shoes, they remain on the door, they are not taken to the shoe rack. So I'm wondering, like, this is like, who raised this girl? Like, because for me,
this is what is in your head.
Exactly. This is what is in my head. And then, because then I realized that in marriage counseling is where we're talking about the backgrounds. And we realize that people's backgrounds are different. And do you know how many marriages that are on the rocks because of background?
Definitely. Hello, livestock and poultry farmers. We welcome you to Bred Vet Drug Shop, an outlet for all your veterinary solutions. We deal in veterinary drugs, vaccines, complete poultry feeds, fish feeds, supplements, dog food, brooding materials, feeders, drinkers, and all vet equipment. We do vaccination for dogs and poultry with a trained, certified field officer working 24 hours, just a call away. Bred Vet Drug Shop is located in Nansana, just next to Africa Oil Petrol Station along Hoima Road. Contact us on 0787 087 220 or 0701 271 801. Bred Vet Drug Shop is licensed by the National Drug Authority. Bred Vet Drug Shop, the ultimate custodian of your livestock and poultry. Hi, great people. Welcome to the Love Hub with Joan Chihembo, a space where we're definitely going to have real talks, real conversations about relationships. If you're single, if you're dating, or if you're married, this is your way to go space. Don't scroll over this video. Just watch, subscribe, hit that notification bell that we are able to know you are there. Put a comment. Yes, that's nice. A thumbs up for support, and of course share it to so many people so that we all learn together. I've told you I don't want us to learn alone. Let's call out our whole community to learn. And today I am graced to have a handsome guy, youth leader, youth everything everything youth. Yeah. Call it Barna Birungi. Wow. To the Love Hub.
Hello, Love Hub. Love Hub. Yeah. It's an interesting name.
Yeah. Because love just, we speak about anything love.
Yeah. Anything love, yeah. So, hello, Love Hub. My name is Barna Birungi, and I'm glad to be here. Really excited to have this conversation with Joan. I don't know why I was selected for this particular time. I know there are other worthy servants, but I'm glad to just come and have a conversation and share really anything that I have learned over the way about love, relationships, pressures, and all those kinds of things, especially that affect the young people. I'm no longer young.
You're an old youth.
Yes, I'm an old youth. I am an old youth. I can be able to share a few experiences because I know I've been there, I've been along that route, but I'm also not yet above 35. So
yes,
because they say the youth is 35 and above.
When you get 35, become 32 again.
But now I saw a youth minister who was in his not a youth minister, the youth chairman who was in his 50s.
That can happen
at some church.
When you're still looking young and fine, you can stay on. Hi, Barna.
Yes.
How are
hello.
you? How are you?
I am doing well.
That's great.
Everything is fine, really, from family to ministry. I am not complaining. I'm really not complaining.
That's nice when you're not complaining, but some challenges can be there, but not complaining.
Those ones are there. I'll be sharing them. But they are there. But also, I think it's good for maybe people to know all the different. I am a man of many faces, but I have one heart. Some people usually say I have many hearts. Some people, but they have many hearts, but
how do they?
I found that a bit deceptive.
But maybe they broke them, so they gathered one piece and made the heart.
No,
gathered this and made the heart.
No, actually, I've only been in 2 relationships my whole life. I don't know if I am the one with the best advice to give.
Yeah, definitely you are.
I've been
that means if you take long in a relationship, you are one person who doesn't jump from one to another.
Yes, I was in one in high school. Of course, they you know how people can see you with a girl and then they start saying Bana and so and so, Bana and so and so.
Then you ended up.
I would say her name, she may be watching. Also, my wife is watching.
You have to protect. How is Trish?
Trish is wild. She's well. She's
got the babies.
Yes. So I have 2 babies. One is Trish and one is Azzy. Yeah, so you are right when you said babies.
Yeah, your wife is your number one
yes,
baby.
She's the number one baby. Yes. So she's also fine. So she's doing well. Really, there's no problem currently.
Music. You know, I like your music. I think my people, you must have found me singing this song. Jesus what?
Agenda.
Jesus agenda.
Jesus agenda. Music is good. We are pushing on. I mean, we are not at Bugembe levels, but there's someone who once said, I think I either read a book or watched something that said that you must take care of your small circle of influence. Everybody has a circle of influence.
Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes we want to be, let's say, Bugembe. We want to be,
in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute. But like, what are you doing with your small circle of influence? And everybody has. And of course, we'll be accountable to God.
Definitely.
Circles of influence. Yeah. Definitely. So I have my circle of influence of music that I'm, trying to push here and there and impact. And I think it's doing well.
But it's not even small. Barna. It's not small. You see, when you talk about that, I normally want people to look at where has this person come from.
Yes.
You are 30.
Everybody's on a journey.
You are below 35. He's making 40 or something, I think. And so that 7-year or something gap is enough to tell you that in those 7 years, might also be there.
It does make a big difference. Yeah.
So let's get into our gist of the day.
Sure.
My people are always even listening, waiting on that big question for me to hit on you, and then someone looks at what to say and fails. But I wanted us to really share about the fact that you have been groomed in church, and so there's someone out there, and I've come to realize that most of men in church, it's not that they don't speak, but somehow they've been groomed to a man who is godly is going to just keep calm, very vibrant when it comes to the Bible, put the word, but when we come to marriage, you're like, let's keep quiet. So I wanted us to share about the pressures that Christian men carry that are literally maybe stopping them to being who they're supposed to be, or just keeping calm.
The pressures are many. I actually went, I don't know if there are many, but I could break them down in many different ways. But just from my personal story, again, I was raised in church, son of a reverend, and I think the biggest thing is that there's a big expectation on church boys, I should say, on church men. Everybody is looking at them. No, they can't. There's no room for failure. There's no room for mistakes.
Yeah.
So the pressure is mounting now. It's even worse when you're, let's say, a reverend's son or a pastor's son.
You better be good.
Yeah, the pressure, all eyes are on you. Mana wanako, reverend's child and what. I think there you put subtitles in English, but yeah. So really, there's a very high expectation. So when there's a high expectation on you, the pressure becomes too much. And now, first of all, I think one of the things that the people do not know, they do not know that these people have their own lives. The young Christian men, they have their own lives. Yes, their parents are there, the community is there, but they have their own lives that they're actually living. And so now you find they are so under so much pressure. And I think maybe I could say two types of pressure, the main ones. One is a spiritual pressure, and then the other is a financial pressure. Yeah, so I think I could say maybe also an emotional pressure as well. Now, for the spiritual pressure is the expectation to be something that you're not, or the expectation of perfection. And so all eyes are on you. They want you to be, that perfect being, and and all. But when you look throughout the Bible, you see stories of broken men. They loved God, but they were broken. I mean, David. I usually tell people, like, man, I want to be like David. I always tell them, avoid the rooftop, because you remember what happened at the rooftop.
If you
remember at the rooftop,
yes.
I was like,
avoid you want to be
because
David.
Remember, David was at the rooftop,
and
this girl comes, she's bathing, and and the rest is history.
Be David, but
so,
avoid the rooftop.
Be David, but avoid the rooftop. You see, so what happens is the pressure is a lot, and also God knows that we have a lot of pressure and expectation on our spiritual pressure. He calls us for a very high standard, but he knows, and that's why he didn't write a perfect Bible. The men, they are not perfect. Jacob was a liar. Abraham got got Ishmael from the household. Look at Peter, who denied Jesus. Look at, of course, Judas. That's a whole other story. But all these men were broken. You see broken men. If God wanted a world of perfection, and he would have left out the bad stories of these guys. Yeah. But you see, if God doesn't have that expectation on us, why is it that normal human beings have that expectation on people to be perfect?
I read something about how Moses was unable to see the promised land,
because
and
he got angry.
He got angry.
Yeah.
So it says, sometimes someone wrote in that comment that sometimes both of us can do something wrong, but the way we are going to be punished by God is going to be different, because somehow he has higher expectations of you than me, who is like things like that. So I think also that can be in church.
Yeah, exactly. And of course it depends on your relationship with him, how you're relating, because like Moses was like a friend. So maybe his standards are a bit higher. He calls us for very high standards, but he also knows that these are just human beings. So I think we have a, how do I call it, a generation or a world that lives out of reality. What is real? What is reality? And so what does that cause? That now leads to people hiding their real lives. So now in Christian spaces, they will come and be someone else because everybody is seeing them. And yet in the private space, they are a whole other thing, because there's this expectation and the pressure on them. And that's why, there's a lot of like divorce now and what, because now this young Christian man came and put on a facade. And so this girl fell in love, and then 2 years in, 1 year in, you reach there, you find it's a whole other.
It's not the person
Yes, it's not the whole. And I've heard those stories. I've seen them. It happens. So I think it's my dad who always says that everybody has 3 lives: a public life, a private life, and a secret life. So a public life is what, like, everybody knows. Like everyone knows that Barna is this, is an artist, he's married, he's he's whatever, he's Joan is this. And then there is a private life, maybe close family. My wife knows, maybe my close brothers, and a few people, and then there is a secret life that only you know. So yes, only you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes you let people in, sometimes you don't let people in that whole secret life. But now, so what happens is that people have a lot in the secret life, and because of the expectation that people have on them, what happens is they will come and put on a show, a facade, and then they end up, because now there is that pressure of so I think what I would encourage people is to be more realistic, to also seek people that can come into your secret place, to be more vulnerable as well. That's the other pressure on men. They are supposed to be strong, they can't show their weakness. You get, so they can't show their weakness, they can't show their, because I remember when my grandmother passed on, that's my dad's mom. My dad would come in the sitting room, and then he's singing Tuktendereza, and then all of a sudden he would disappear. And then after, and then he would come back. Like it happened like twice. So I said, let me go and see what's happened to my dad.
Oh dear.
So when he would be in the room, he would be down on the floor, and he's weeping and he's crying. And then he cleanses, and then when he comes back here, because there's this whole thing that men can't break down before others, that kind of thing. But and so what that causes is that there's a whole public life that everybody wants to know, that everybody wants to show, and then there's a private life. But also you have to think about just really the social media pressure that affects people, because they are seeing someone's life, and now meanwhile people always post their good moments.
Definitely,
they will post their good moments.
We are definitely going to post,
and so you're comparing yourself with someone who is posting their good moments. Can you keep up? Even edited. You can't even keep up with someone's. You're comparing yourself to someone who is posting only their good moments. Yeah, so that pressure is also there, like the social media pressure. It comes in, and then you end up trying to live a life that you're not called for. Maybe trying to spend money that you do not have. Yeah. You try to impress girls that you cannot keep like you cannot. I remember one time someone told me that if you're going to date your girl, like the kind of date you have will show a picture will set a standard of what you're supposed to maintain. Or the first date. Yes. So I said, I'm not going to play around with this. You're supposed to. There's a standard you're supposed to maintain, and also if you try to maybe show another face to the girl, you're showing her that you don't have money. Don't have money. Yes, yet you don't have money. So you have to ask for that money. Exactly, you have to maintain that standard. Yeah. So there's the social media pressure. So there's also the financial pressure as well, where there's an expectation for the men to have money. Definitely. Sometimes that money is not there. Until now, for women, we have to receive the money. Sometimes that money is not there, and so that pressure now causes men either to steal or to gamble or to, also to run away from marriage, because they're like, I can't get married nowadays. You see wedding budgets, 200 million, 300. Where are you going to? I saw some wedding budget where the deco was about 150. I'm telling you. So I am telling you that someone should give me that 150 and I show you what I can do with it. Yeah, so the pressure is a lot financial, there's spiritual, and so there's a lot of pressure, and then there's emotional pressure. I think I've already talked about, like they can't show who they really are. Yeah, so everybody is looking at the men, and now there are so many. I think you've seen so many things that are growing, that are helping mature the girl. Even when the girl is getting married, the singers are there, mothers' union is there and stuff. But now who is taking care of the boys? Yes. Who is helping grow the boys into a man? Who is preparing them? You get what I mean? There are very few people, even the ones who are trying to do something, people are bashing them. I'm always saying Kutesa. I don't know if you know Kutesa. I know him. But of course, Kutesa is a bit tough. His approach is a bit tough. And what he may make a post on us. But there are people who are trying to make a difference in the men. But they are not. They're not many. Visible. Yes, you look at. I think Nambagerika has a program for the ladies. I've forgotten what it is, just to help the women. Yes, yes. But the men, we just figure out life. We just figure out, yes, we're not being groomed. But then but there are people like Kutesa, people like the dad-based ministry that really focuses on men and trying to help them grow and become who God has called them to be, but also ending the issue. Dad-based is trying to end the issue of fatherlessness. Many men grow up without their fathers. So there's that gap. They haven't been loved. They haven't been affirmed. And so actually the
you're
statistics...
unable to even let your family get to, because you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Because the statistics show that, the highest number of men in prison have not had fathers. The highest number of men who have been, who in what do they call it, in
rehabs or something?
Yes, or rehabs as well. They don't have fathers. So there's also that father gap. So there's no one who has been there to actually guide men. Now, when these pressures come, that's why now they end up in addictions. That's why they end up in prisons. When these pressures come, that's why they end up in mental health institutes, because people are inserting a lot of pressure on them and who they have to be. And then also their parents, who they have an idea of what their son should be. There's also that pressure.
Your mother has shaped your
exactly.
Father.
They have a doctor. They have an idea. Yeah. The boy is there. He's struggling. He's what? And then they end up in mental institutes.
He's doing well in arts, and then the mother said, "Doctor, doctor, you want to live the dream of
exactly."
And then science says you get in class, you can't understand anything.
Yeah.
And then things.
And then also some parents want to live their dreams through their children. Like I fail to be a doctor, and my child has to be. So you're seeing that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
Instead of helping the child discover who they truly are. And then, so it's a lot of pressure. There's a bit of pressure on the ladies, but I think it's more on the man. So now imagine the man has to think about the finances. They have to think about their spiritual life. They have to think about their the emotions. They have to think. Now, if they don't have a space, and Jesus actually shows us a model where he has the 72, the crowd, and then he has the 12, and then he has the 3. He gives us a model that there are things he would pour out to the 3, which he would not pour out to the 12. But also now the mistake that men do, they don't have those spaces.
Oh, you have only the many.
We have the many where we can only talk about football, we can only talk about politics, but we don't have the few where you can actually pour out like your real life. So now when the pressures come and you don't have anywhere you can open up, first of all, I've taught you not to be vulnerable, open. Where do you end up? You'll end up at a bar. You end up in an addiction. You end up in drugs, mental health institutes, and that kind of stuff. So it's just a cycle that just keeps going on and that kind of thing. So
how best can a church really come through to help? Because now, why I keep saying church is because I've realized social media or other men they get to bars, and when he's drunk, he starts opening up, saying things that
exactly.
Then now for us, we are sober 100%. We are super sober. I cannot speak to Barna. Or else is going to be on the pulpit and he looks at you in the church and is like, "Oh, my brother, you're suffering."
For us who preach, sometimes you can be tempted to use someone's example.
Yeah, or even you're going through something, but today you're going to on the pulpit to preach, and then you told your buddy down there what you're going through in your marriage, and God has given you that message, same message. You know how things are tempting. The Lord has given you that same message to preach about, which is the exact thing that you're going through. And then you've told your friend, you look at them, you're like, not today. I'm not telling you. Let me keep quiet. Let me preach, and then go with my issues.
My things at home.
So how best can really church help us?
Really, how church can do it is there's a principle of community that Jesus also gives us. Community. I told you he had the 12, and then he had the 3, and then he had the 1. So one of the things that churches can do is create those community spaces that are spaces where people can come and be vulnerable and be broken and share who they really are. Now, usually, the best thing to do is creating men's groups and then creating ladies groups. Sometimes when you mix them up, the men, because I've seen my young people, when they're around men, when they're around women, they can't open up, right? Hey, I'm hard guy. How do I say that I'm broke?
That's
You get,
true.
but a
That's
man,
true.
you go aside, say man. So
They will
compare
be.
HABD, you
Yeah.
get. But now with the women, so creating spaces for men,
Mm.
and so one of the things we've done in our ministry, I didn't say about our ministry, but it's called Bethel Youth Ministries.
Mm.
It's all about like discipleship.
Mm.
What we do, we have what we call brothers keeper.
Mm. Wow.
So brothers keeper, keeping an eye on your
And a
brother. So
Mm.
creating spaces like that
Mm.
where men can just come and share and open up on things like that. And then also the ladies, for us the ladies here, we have what we call daughters of the king. So the ladies also go and they share, they open up with one another.
Nice.
And so the church, that's a bigger, a broader level. The church can create those groups, men and women, depending on like the age group. So the teens can have their men's group, the older guys can have their men's group and stuff. Because I've seen there's fathers union and all, but then what happens to the teens? The teens don't have people to share with. Yeah, but so that's one way, creating those small groups that are intentional. But the other, which I think Jesus showed us, is discipleship, mentorship. If there are things that happened to me in my life where if I had had a mentor at a young age, I never would have made those mistakes. And so creating, so for example, these churches have teenagers, right? So what you would do with these teenagers is, why don't you get older men and make sure every teenager is under an older man that they are working with, or put them in a small group, get a small group of 5, and then be the one that is leading them, that is guiding them. That mentorship, I think it makes a whole big difference. Because there, I think for me, my first confessions were through community and mentorship. Yeah, it's a whole story of another day, but yes, it's a whole story of another day. But the very first time that I confessed sin, my hidden sin, was through a mentor. Yeah, through a mentor. Because there are things that I'd said I will never share. I will never share with anyone, right? Because they were shameful. You know the struggles of young people, of like pornography and that kind of stuff. So I said I'll never share with anyone, But here comes
when you get a
I
mentor.
get a mentor, and he's like, I need you to tell me your whole life. Actually, your secret life. I'm like, we know the Barna who is preaching, who is what, but I need to know your secret life. And then I go to share with him. But it took me 3 weeks to actually share with him, because I was like, how do I share? Yeah. And then also I was able to share with my brothers as well. And then that's how my journey of like restoration started. So now if people don't imagine how much people are keeping in, how much brokenness, that's why suicide rates are going high. And also people are also fearing marriage. They're running away from marriage. They're running away from good things because they have not had those spaces.
I'm glad you've said good things.
It's good things. I mean, it's good things. I've been married 5 years now.
Wow.
It's good things.
Amazing.
It's good things, yeah. So people run away from good things because they've not had those spaces where they are able to be broken. I think someone once said that everybody has shadows and lights, but most times people know only the lights.
Oh, the shadows are...
yes, who knows your shadows? Who knows? Do you have people that only
myself? I know the shadows. I can count them.
Yeah, and for men it's even tougher. Women can, they talk. They can talk about their things and stuff. Because I'm part of a marriage group, and the women even meet more times. Like outside the marriage, they meet more times. But the men, we've been saying we are going to meet. Every time we keep postponing.
Those meetings never come.
I know. Because the men are hustling. Men are hustling. They are looking for money.
And women are not hustling.
They are in a form, but I think women, it comes naturally for women because they're emotional beings.
Yeah.
Men are more logical beings. So the emotional beings, women connect easily with themselves. They connect easily than men.
At
a deeper level. I'm telling you. When it comes to depth, you will find women connecting at a deeper level than the men, because the men are always using like logic.
And that is healing for women.
Exactly, that's what I'm telling you. And of course, sometimes people classify it as gossip.
Lugambo, but
but they are opening up things.
Yeah, true.
and all. But for men, it's for us. I mean, it's as long as we talk about politics
And football,
and football,
sports, things like that.
move on. Everybody goes back to their
But
house.
let me tell men out there, whenever you open up, I think it's like how women just sit in and they're just having a conversation about their marriage, like what they're going through, and then another woman tells you what she's going through, and she has handled something like yours, and she shows you that what you're in is literally just a small thing. What I am in is bigger than that, and she's saying, you get home, you get on your bed and sit in that marriage.
Exactly.
For now, that takes you like for 6 months before you again kwechanga. Now for men, you don't have that, and you think that what you carry is bigger than any other person.
Yeah.
So it will kill the other one. But if you sat down and shared, you realize.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When you go in those spaces and then you share, because like first we have a married space. When you go there and then you share, you're like, and then other people are sharing, you're like,
what have I been doing in this marriage?
I'll give a very good example. When I was getting married to Trish, we were having so many family push and pulls, venue, this, like, how family things, So we were really exhausted. So we decided to go and see a friend of ours, a couple friend of ours. So on our way there, we were still arguing. We were quarreling, we were pushing, we were. I even said, I think remember Trish saying like she just wanted to just get out of the car. We're in the car, 2 people, but the car was very small. It's like we were seated. It's like we were on a board. I'm telling you, it was small because this one talks, this one talks, this one talks, and then I had not really learned a few marriage principles that you have to, because we're not yet married, but like in every sense you have to protect your wife. You have to defend your wife, whether she's in the wrong, whether she's wrong. You first protect, then you go and sort with your family. So now here I am defending my family, defending their decisions. Like, no, so she's feeling like I'm not defending her, and I'm not giving her a chance to make decisions, about the wedding. And so we are going back and forth. Meanwhile, we're going to see a couple. So we are there, because I remember even parking. I'm like, maybe we just stop here. Maybe we just go back, because the heat was too much. Those who have been in wedding periods, they know these things. It's crazy. Anyway, so we reached their home, and we're having conversation. Then they share with us their story, how they hustled, like family things. Theirs was actually worse. And I was looking at Trisha like, wow. For us, we are just our things are kindergarten. I'm telling you, our things are real kindergarten. And we left that place when we were healed. Yeah. Like we are not alone in this. Like people are actually going through. People have been through us. We went back and focused on the majors. Sometimes you can major in the minors a lot. I think the minors are the ones that are bringing chaos. Yeah. But do you realize that some marriages end on those points? Yeah, that's when you're just preparing your wedding, your marriage ends right there. Exactly. Because you disagreed to a last minute. Nobody wanted the other person to win, but theirs, and that is what we carry in marriage. Exactly. You carry it, and my say is my say. You realize I actually even do premarital counseling. So once the man says, but the wedding is always for the man. The woman is reasoning very well. She's saying the wedding is for 2 people. When you have done kuchala, kuhinjira, you are traditionally wedded. You come and be together. That's why my family and your family get together and do the wedding. The man was saying, my way. My wedding, yeah. Until now, the ladies usually say the wedding is for 2 people, but the man is brought by the man. The money is brought for the man. Then the planning is for the woman. The ground, the cake, the decoration, and then the photographer. But literally, that's a whole party. Also, the DJ. So if the ladies are saying that the party is for 2 people, they must also bring the money. That's it. But it's a balanced, really. It's supposed to be a balanced kind of thing. You both involved in the decisions, that kind of thing. But also as a man, there are decisions that you have to take. Yeah, definitely. Leadership. Yeah. There's one decision I took. I had to stand my ground and take during my wedding preparation, but it didn't turn out well.
You're
So
still,
I was
you're
trying to
still
save,
nursing
yeah,
the wound.
I was trying to save money. So I chose this decoration person. And I was trying to save money because, I mean, first we're trying to
I
save
know
money.
the one
The
is
ladies
cheap.
are, yes, the ladies are looking for beauty. And let me tell you, our first argument, you know, of marriage was on the table, on the high table, because we sat down and she looked around. She was like, "I told you, I told you." So you know how people are seeing you, they are seeing you on the high table. They are saying, "Wow,
You're
so that's why
beautiful.
we're quarreling." And you know, her sister was the matron. So she was like, "Namugambi, I told him." You see, this is what the lady did to us, the deco lady. So she brought her things, but she double booked, and in the morning she took some of the things to another wedding. So let me shock you. Our dance floor had David Wedd's carol.
Wow.
You can imagine how pissed she was. Like, I told you, you wanted to save money.
I told you.
I told you. So we were actually up to date. She still says,
told you.
You owe me a good deco. So maybe at 10 years I will organize something.
Need to do that.
So we were arguing the whole time. We would stand up, we dance,
but you
go back.
You see David
we stand up, we dance, we're seeing David. Actually, I would even try to like step on it so that people don't see, because that's where everyone was giving speeches. And that kind of, it was really embarrassing. Not so many people saw, but for us, of course, we would see.
But I think they see, but they can't speak.
Sometimes, as long as people eat, they won't say anything.
For us, we come to eat.
Yeah, so my goodness. You can imagine that. And up to now, I've been apologizing, but still.
The way I wanted to ask, when was your first quarrel? You've already told me.
My first quarrel was on the
wedding day.
On the wedding day. And then the lady comes after the wedding and she wants her balance. Majestically. Can you imagine? My wife gave her a piece of her mind. That's when she was tired. So you can imagine someone who is tired. And then you come here again for what? And you did manyanga. You get. So you gave her a piece of her mind. We didn't even give her.
But she realized,
her balance.
Did she realize?
At first, she just came for her balance. It's you know how the service providers can. Sometimes they know, but sometimes they do not. Sometimes they don't know. But I think she knew everything.
She knew
but she still came for her. But she came to give it a chance. My balance. They showed her everything that had happened and what. So our first argument was there on the wedding day. On the wedding day. And now our wedding, we actually didn't struggle with like fundraising and stuff. Because my dad is a very big fundraiser. But so we thought, man, as long as if money is there, everything is going to go nice. Everything.
You're looking for a cheap. I know that
everything went well, but the decoration was really, really bad.
So now, that takes me to, what do you think men really wished women know about them? Like how you were planning to have something nice but cheap. Like you were looking, were you looking in the future of having
of
this?
Of course, as men, we're always thinking about, we're always planning financially. We're looking into what can sustain us. And so my wife is looking at like beauty and and something nice.
Today.
Yeah, but me, I was looking at
after the wedding.
Yes, after the wedding, how we're going to survive. So that's what I was trying to look at. So maybe that's one thing that women could know about us, that we are always looking ahead financially, right? So that's one way I think I should put it. We're always looking ahead financially and trying to plan. So again, men are logical beings. I'm looking at logic. For her, she's emotional. She's looking at what pictures we're going to have. What people are going to say about the deco, that kind of thing. You get. So now I'm here. In this situation, I'm thinking logically, how are we going to survive financially? The more we save money, the more we are better. And now my wife is looking at the beauty and the emotions. And actually, we didn't frame any photo from the reception.
Wow.
They are just in the album. I'm telling you, because they were so bad. The deco was bad. So first she's looking at like memories. What are we carrying?
To
yes. Me, I'm looking how much money are we carrying to the the marriage, you get.
After this, you're going to eat.
Exactly. So that's how we are wired to think. Like we're thinking about sustainability. We're thinking about how much money are we carrying in? How much are we saving? How much are we?
Doesn't that kill you from enjoying the moment?
It does. Sometimes it does, but that's just naturally how men are. Let me tell you, a man, even when they will enjoy the moment, but after 2 seconds, they will think about the rent. You get, like, for example, for us, we like football, we watch football. And sometimes football helps you forget your problems. When you play, also when you watch. You get, but that's different from Arsenal fans because their problems are more. But their problems are more. But just
husband is an Arsenal fan.
and he's going to watch. It maybe may want to edit out this.
No,
I also know the producer is also an Arsenal fan. He will have to edit out this thing.
Cut it out.
Yeah, but men know, especially who are listening, that when you take off those 90 minutes, you're not thinking about anything. You're just in football. Your mind is football actually refreshes you. Now, the moment you're out of the match or off the pitch, you remember.
Start afresh.
Rent. You remember. Sente za sima zo mchala for the hair. Like you begin to calculate, to remember all those kinds of things. So even if you will enjoy the moment, but it's like you're there, but you're also not there. And that's what happens with men. Like you're enjoying the moment, but then you also have to think about rent and stuff. So sometimes ladies do better in that case because they enjoy themselves and they enjoy the moment. But anyway, I think that's one difference. That one thing that women should know about us, that we are more logical beings. So even the arguments are a clash of emotions and logic.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think that's one thing that we wish women knew, that for us we are thinking logically. We're not thinking emotionally.
There's one friend of ours who booked for 2 weeks for honeymoon. But the first 1 week, he was asking, can I return this money for this week in my pocket? So that means he didn't enjoy the honeymoon that week. He couldn't.
Yeah.
But then the other week was like, why are we spending this amount of money? How did I get to save this amount of money? Just like that. We should have just paid for 1 week. Then we see if we can really enjoy the 1 week. You get? Yeah. Now that is logic.
I know.
But now women are like, oh, we are refreshing, we're having fun. And the woman is explaining whenever they ask her, how was your honeymoon? 2 weeks. She speaks about it, very happy, and then the man is looking at that Monday. But you should wake up from that, man.
We try. We try, but it's the reality of life.
You're not trying.
Because again, the woman who maybe does not want to save or enjoy the moment, when the landlord comes,
you're the one to go. You're the one to open the door for that.
You can't send there your woman. You can't send there your woman. You're the one to.
When the landlord knocks on the door, the woman keeps, I think it's the landlord. Today you're the one to open the door.
You're the one to go.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that I could say that I wish women go to understand, because most clashes are along those lines. But also, I think the other thing that I could think about is the needs of men. You know, there are ladies' needs and then there are men's needs. And usually when you said you do counseling, yes, sometimes you realize it's a clash of needs.
Yeah.
The man doesn't know what the woman needs, and then the women do not know what the men need.
Yeah.
So sometimes they think they know, so you're giving.
You're
I think
guessing.
Yes,
most of them are
you
guessing.
have heard, I think, of the thing of like love languages and that kind of thing. So I remember my wife she's not a gifts person. So me, I was busy seeing on social media everyone is giving gifts. Yeah, so I bought shoes. What? She gave out the shoes. I bought her like. I was like, because for her, she's a quality time person. She just wants to be with you, see you. You know, that's all. And now for us men, for example, men, we do not around my wife. Sometimes I don't want to just go there and sit in the chair and put my legs up. My mind, I want to like be productive.
Doing
but my wife, she wants to see you around. As long as you are around,
she has no problem.
You know, she has no problem. Anyway, for her, she's quality time person. So sometimes also that difference really brings a clash, and it's good to know. So I tried gifts, I tried all these other things.
We had never talked about those.
We had never at that time. I was just assuming because I mean you open you open your Instagram and people are gifting, you know, and that kind of stuff. So for her, she wants quality time. But now in terms of like the need, so those love languages are there, and the men, I think sometimes men might understand the ladies' love language first. They might invest in understanding the love language, and also women might invest in trying to understand the love language. But sometimes people don't invest in those things. So this is what happened. I think those 5 love languages. I think there's affirmation, gifts, acts of service.
Physical touch, quality time. Quality time.
And quality time. Sometimes I've realized that women think, okay, so for example, my love language is words of affirmation. The more you encourage me, and you know, but I've realized something bigger than love languages for men. Men just want to be trusted. They just want to be respected.
Yeah, definitely.
They just want to be honored. Let me tell you, if you're doing that to a man, over there, they don't have money, over there, they will feel like they will, the conqueror, the lion. In my home, I want to be the conqueror, the lion. I want to be the only one. But also just that respect, that honor, you know, that trust. And I think for me, my wife has done those very well. Like she knows my love language, of course, is like words of affirmation. And she'll tell me how she loves me. She will tell me these different things. But just the fact that she trusts me, you know, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. And then just the fact that she respects me, it's a big thing. She will run decisions past me. She will say, "Oh, honey, what do you think?" Or "Babe, what do we do? Which direction are we going?" Just that respect. I think that's one thing that women need to understand, that the woman might buy something nice for the men. I was seeing Valentine's meme going around saying, "Women, stop buying socks for men. Socks and boxers
and hankies." But those are small things that you forget to buy for yourself. You buy them.
But really, Valentine's is now Valentine's is a big thing.
Now they have tires. They are wrapped, and I was like,
tires, yeah. Engine box, you know, you know, those kinds of things. Yeah. So sometimes women get wrapped in like trying to please their men that way, but then they do not focus a lot on like respect and honor, you know, and I think it was respect, honor, and trust. I think for men those are very big things.
Tough. And now we are having a problem with respect, because what is respectful for you can't be respectful for the other person. Some you might say, oh, when my wife just asks me and says, "Oh, I was planning to do this," she wants your take about it, or she greets you kneeling, like someone feels that's respect. Then another one says, "You don't have to kneel, but then maybe speak good about me outside there," and people come and say, "Hey, your wife was saying this and this," even if you didn't do them. So most of the times women are confused about the respect.
So I think how you deal with that is, it's you have to know your person. You have to know your person, because you also, again, you don't see things happening out and then you bring them in your home. That's what I did. I would see people are giving shoes, so I also go and buy shoes because of social media. But like, if you're close, your person is your friend, you know them, you know how they feel respected, you know how they feel honored, right? Now, my wife and I were raised in 2 different homes. She was raised in a home that there was no dad, and there was just a mom and with her sister. And so she didn't know what it means to have a man, a dad in a home. Now me, I was raised in a home with a dad and a mom. He comes back. First of all, he has his own chair.
Yes.
We used to crack a joke and say the holies of holies chair. No one goes in. In the holies of holies, priests would go in once a year. No one would go in. Yeah, no one would sit there. So he has his own chair. He will come back, sit in his chair. The shoes are taken. Many times even the socks would be taken. Everything is taken. Like that's what I grew up seeing. And then mommy comes, hey, do you want juice or tea? And so like those are things that I saw. I grew up.
Don't tell me that is what you wanted.
No, wait. Wait.
Okay.
Let me continue my story. So it's not that that's what I want. It's just what I grew up seeing.
Yes.
So there was some sort of like expectation in the mind that, I think this is what it is. And Mambi, dear, my wife, she didn't grow up in. Actually, also the other thing was they bring him sauce, and then they bring bring food separate. Everything was like separate. And now I'm coming. I'm getting married to my wife, who didn't grow up in that whole kind of setup. So I think one time I come back from work, and I think my wife had remained home, so I sat.
You're waiting for your shoes to be removed.
No, my shoes, of course, they were on the door, but I said, okay, let me, because in my mind I was thinking, my
man.
My wife, of course, says, hey, hi, how are you doing? How was your day? That's all. I didn't hear, do you want juice or water? I didn't hear, do you want,
that is what
you get. I didn't hear all these other things. And then she served food. Everything was mixed
together.
Like, but my dad, things were different. You get.
Yes.
And then my shoes, they remain on the door. They are not taken to the shoe rack. So I'm wondering, like, this is like, who raised this girl? Like, because for me,
this is what is in your head.
Exactly. Yes. This is what is in my head. And then, because then I realized that in marriage counseling is where we're talking about the backgrounds. And we realize that people's backgrounds are different. And do you know how many marriages that are on the rocks because of background?
Definitely. Many.
On the rocks because of the background and the expectations. Anyway, so I also put my legs in the chair. I was expecting, just the things that
Daddy used to receive.
And also when he arrives at home, let's say if people are watching, if he wants to watch anything, like you hand over the remote.
He's home.
Yes, once he's home, he's the one to take over. That's how we were. When we were growing up. Of course, my dad, the Mochigan, is kind of softened a bit now after he apparently read a book of how to tame your tiger. How to tame your tiger. So don't seem very soon. I'll tell you about that. How to tame your tiger.
I hosted that.
Hey, you hosted him already?
Yes.
I haven't watched it. I watched the one of Reverend Emmanuel.
No, Dad, I hosted him already.
I should check it out.
I've brought the sun. You see what is flowing from Aaron's beard? See wisdom.
So then I realized that we've been raised differently. The expectation that I'm putting on my wife, she doesn't know. But let me tell you, along the way, so sometimes what women do, if they victimize themselves in that situation. Me, I wasn't raised that way. I grew up like that. So they abdicate their duty because of their background. What my wife did was the opposite. She said, how can I learn to be better? How can I learn to be better? Now, it was not the removing my shoes. It was not like, I was like, how now I have a man in my house. How can I learn to like honor him and respect him, and that kind of thing. So now, when they grew up in a place where, the food was there, everyone just goes and serves themselves. You get your portions. So sometimes maybe they'll be like,
I don't know what you're going to
yeah. So, what are you going to eat and that kind of thing. So I saw her now beginning to be different and like serving and like
bringing
the juice, separating the sauce from the. Then I was like, but why you?
How did you
Yeah,
get
she's
to know?
like, I've gotten to learn these things.
Which is
So I think
amazing.
that's a big thing because many people just victimize. They remain in that victim or like, this is how I was.
This is how I was.
Yeah, I think it's
raised.
even like wounding. Some people they are wounded while growing up, so they remain in that place. I was I was abandoned as a child. I was abandoned. But then what are you doing to actually get out of that place, be healed, and be a better person? So I think that's what I can say. My wife just became better, and I've seen her honor me. I've seen her trust me. I've seen her respect me. And let me tell you, like you mentioned, that in one home, the things that are needed, they're different. I didn't want my wife to kneel down because I didn't see that. I was not that expectation. I didn't want her to. There's a couple that I knew where the wife had to wake up every day at 4 a.m. to prepare a meal for the husband. I will not say that right, but they had to prepare every day.
But and then first, or because for her she grew up seeing the mom waking up.
I said she grew up seeing the husband wanted the husband wanted the meal every morning, so she had to wake up at 4 a.m. and he's leaving around 6. So in the morning he has to eat some meal, some sort of like katogo and that kind of thing. Meanwhile, that marriage is no longer there, by the way. Also, that marriage, the man was like so older than the woman. And so the man had some sort of like expectation, and then the woman. Exactly. And then she also told me that you could not repeat it. So the man could not repeat a sauce. So you know how you like warm things, and then maybe you can take them in like supper, and also take them in evening, maybe even take them the following day. You warm them and
we know how to put them in the freezer, and then next time.
He could not repeat a sauce. If today it's beans, tomorrow it has to be chicken. If it's chicken,
but if he's bringing them, I think he has no problem. But then there is
there's the woman. Yes, he was bringing the money, but now the woman had to wake up every day. She had to cook. She had to... Anyway, the marriage didn't end well. But also, so you find the needs are really, really different. But for every man, there is really that need to be honored and to be respected. So you could find out what does that mean for your man. And sometimes it doesn't have to have conversations. So I do this thing with Trish where every time we go out on a date or every time we do an anniversary, we have questions that we ask ourselves. You know, how would you want me to serve you better? And then how would you want me to what's one thing? So there's this question that we usually ask, which I found very interesting. What's one thing that you've wanted to tell me but you've been hiding?
And when she tells you, you don't feel bad.
No, you don't feel, because you're having a meal before you're enjoying yourself. Usually, sometimes how it becomes bad is most people express themselves in arguments and in quarrels, and
that's when
but for us, we have our questions. They are there. They guide us and say what's one thing that I've always been doing that annoys you. You wanted to tell me, but you could not tell me. Yeah,
it's amazing.
And and we share. So for example, part of mine was like, I was raised in a home that is loud. So I want everything loud. When I come back, I put Hofa loud.
But you
always doing this thing, like, you get. So
when you were single, you would get in, put the hoofers on, TV on, then you get on your phone.
Exactly. And then you get on your phone. But so things like that. So you might not know that someone is annoyed in the house. Yeah, and then for us who are married, you're trying to initiate tapping on your wife. In our marriage group we call it Namboli. You're trying to. The woman is annoyed, and yet it's like these small things that have been what?
You just do Namboli and my dirty head is already big.
So these small things, she's annoyed because of these small things which you didn't know, which maybe if you had conversation
about,
they would help. Yeah. So anyway, I don't try to pressurize people, but we have this thing where one of the things that has helped us is like a weekly date. So in the weekly date, we're able to pause from the world. We pause from everything. My wife, she's always cleaning everything. She wants to clean the roof. She wants to clean. we pause. Yes, we pause, and then we review our week. You know, how have you been? What can I do better? What can I work on? We found that really helping.
Very helpful.
Very, very helpful.
It is very helpful.
Yeah, even also the other thing is like prayer as well, praying together. Because we sometimes when you're like in a home, let's say you have a nanny, you have a child, usually you pray like, the general prayer.
My mom calls them popcorn prayers.
Exactly.
You're touching here.
Yeah, but there's something powerful about like a couple praying together. Even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because you know there's that, how do I call it? There's that power behind just that agreement. Yeah. And remember, you're in a union. You're in a union, like marriage. So imagine people who come to church to pray together. Yeah. In a fellowship, they can pray and things happen.
Yeah. They happen.
And now how about you who are already in a union, recognized in heaven? Just the two of you holding hands and taking off time. I think that really, really helps. I don't know how we got here.
I love your mindset.
Yes, but we were just talking about the needs.
The needs.
So finding out what does the man need? What does my husband need? And then you find out. And now one of the things that you could do even in those dates is finding out that, because we do that. I say, hey, Trish, like, what's your need in this season? How do you want me to help?
In this season,
yes, because you people are very complex.
Very complex. The feelings.
Hey, you're complex. A man will support Arsenal whether they are beating it, like the producer. He will say whether they are beating it, he will be there. Women, here and there, here and there. Because your things change now. That's why you need like weekly reviews, maybe monthly reviews, or to know what's the need. I once talked to he's a pastor friend of mine. Is like a mentor. Man, the guy challenged me. Na muzungu. The bazungu things are
you feel like
on another level. So he told me like every month he has to find out one new way to serve his wife, and then he has to find out one new way to love his wife. Because we get comfortable, especially if the marriage is done. I mean, in the dating we invest, but like when we get married, and that's why marriage is like gets stale. Like someone you loved, you liked, like there's no longer any attraction. There's no longer fire because you have
arrived.
You arrived.
Like you arrived.
Yes, you arrived. So he told me that. I was like, wow. And now sometimes we also think we've arrived. I have another mentor of mine who he's been married for 40 years. He told me, man, I've never understood my wife. Now me, I am here on 5 and I think I have understood that this is who she is. You get, so we lose that curiosity, that trying to find out the person, trying to find out who they are. Yeah, so that's why sometimes I get be asking questions to. And then also I've seen like my wife, I don't know, sometimes her thinking in one situation is different in another situation. Like, so I have to constantly ask, like, how do you want me to be helpful? How do you want me to, you know?
Today she was thinking about this, and you're like, logically today she is, and then
so tomorrow the need is different. Now
and the same thing,
and it could be the same thing. So I give you an example. When sometimes she can tell you, oh, this person, they annoyed me. So there's one time I think someone annoyed her, I think in her spaces. So like this person annoyed me, like she was pouring out. And now even me, I said, yeah, now that person, it's me and you against that person.
And next day,
and then the next day I show up, and they are friends and they are together and they are. I'm like,
I never.
You
didn't explain to me that I don't have to.
Yes, you didn't explain to me that now. They had made up. They were okay. They had continued. But now, if I had remained with this, and then of course now the conversation changes. Hey, this person is this person. And now I was like, but last time you said that this person was did this.
We really confused me.
You get. So you have to keep. So at every step you have to keep that whole curiosity, and I think that's what lasts relationships. Just that curiosity and trying to. You keep digging. A woman, I think, is like a well. You keep digging. You're trying to. You're trying to find. Let me share an example. So, one of the things that happened in our marriage, the first year is usually like honeymoon, but it was cut short. So Trish's dad, she was staying in the US. So she comes and attends the wedding in December. And then we have our honeymoon, we start our life. We had even started a thing on our Instagram, drive with the Birungi. So we would play music because we were seeing the Molondos. I don't know if they know their thing. Yeah, we were having fun.
Pause.
And then Feb, I think Feb the 21st or something like that. Okay, 2 weeks before 21st, the dad gets COVID. He had been with us, he had enjoyed, he had walked her down the aisle, and then he gets COVID. We begin to pray. We were fasting, we were praying. Unfortunately, he passes on. And then we had to take about 3 weeks for him to be repatriated, for the body to come back. And this is a new couple. They are having fun, and all of a sudden, boom. Now so we bury, and then now the mourning process starts, grieving and that kind of thing. So me, who is a I don't know, a pastor in nature, who is pastor in nature, who is always like preaching, and this one time she had been like every day she's like crying, every day she's like, I'm like, let me
2 weeks waiting. Do you know?
It's terrible. Yeah, but this time we had actually gone like 3 months after the wedding. She would cry like every night, or like literally our whole world first stopped because she had gotten closer to her dad, because her dad had been away for long, and now she's closer to her dad.
So this had started
exactly, and then the dad dies. Yeah. So this one fateful evening. Now the other thing I didn't explain also, when you have many faces, sometimes you don't know which face to bring out, and you people are very complex. Sometimes my wife needs her husband who loves her. Sometimes she needs the pastor, right? Sometimes she needs the leader to show up.
Your work is to understand and bring that person.
Hey, people are very complex. Sometimes she needs a warrior. You get, if she's hearing something walking around,
stand up.
Yeah.
To see what is knocking.
So for you, if you think your wife at that moment, maybe she wants you to be soft, someone to like carry her, to bring her flowers. Like in the middle of the nice day and want flowers. She needs a lion the conqueror to get out and check who is walking around. So that's why people are complex. Sometimes when you think you have arrived, you have known the person, they change. My wife can need 5 different people in one day.
Yeah, go for them. It's
I'm telling you,
hard work. It's not hard work. You already them.
It is hard work. You have to switch. You have to keep switching. Anyway, so let me tell you. So I come back in the evening, and my wife is mourning, and all she's waiting for and looking for is a husband to cuddle her and just say it's gonna be well, or just be there and just be silent and just be with her. Now, in the moment, a pastor shows up.
Hey.
I pull out this scripture in Deuteronomy where that says, you have been on this mountain for so long, the children of Israel. Break camp and advance. Like, leave this mountain. You have the pastor comes. You have mourned for so long. You know.
Yeah.
I spiritualize everything you get. This is, the devil is trying to keep you in this place. But let me tell you that evening, my wife didn't serve me food, by the way.
That was an assured thing.
She blew up. She was like, you don't know. She was like, yes, many people lost an uncle. Many people lost their father-in-law. I lost the father-in-law, but for her, she lost a dad. You get what I mean? And then she said that you do not know what I'm going through. Like, you think you know, but you don't know what I'm going through. I need time to heal. I need time to mourn, to grieve my dad. Me, I am here breaking down the scripture. You get, because this was like 3 months. I'm like, this is by now you should have,
have the scripture.
So she blew up and she was like, do not know, and then she left and she went to bed.
But you understood that.
In the moment, of course, I was also pissed. Of course, in the moment, but then it's later. Knowledge grows with age. Knowledge grows with time. Yeah, sometimes the way you see things now is a bit might be different how you see things later.
The same
so
thing,
in the moment I was like, my wife is disrespecting me. How do you just leave? You've not served me dinner, you have not what? She's thinking about herself. But in a moment later, I actually realized that, wow, she was grieving. All she needed was just me to be there. She didn't need advice. She didn't need counseling. She didn't need. She just wanted me to be there.
But but literally, it's also the same with women. We're supposed to really do that.
Exactly.
Understand. There's a time you just need. A man needs someone to play with.
That's the thing. When it comes to men's needs, also it's good to know. Sometimes you can become too serious also as a woman. Like men also, sometimes they want to play. Sometimes they just want you to trust them when there's like a situation. Sometimes they want, but sometimes of course men go overboard. There's this one time when it's a very funny story. So we have like an electric fence at home, so sometimes it alarms at night. So this one time, whenever it alarms, we have to go and remove the banana leaves from
they're falling on until you remove it.
So usually that's what I do. I go remove the banana leaves. So this time it was over alarming, so it's like around 11. So I go out, my wife also comes, she follows, and then I climb up, and so I get this stick to remove the banana leaf. So I begin to pretend like as if I'm shocked.
Drama.
My wife was pissed.
Oh, you scared?
Yes, I scared.
Like her life stopped right there.
Yes, I wanted to play. I just wanted to.
You don't know that her life stopped right there.
Every man has a boy in.
Yeah, definitely.
A boy in them. And sometimes we want to play, but sometimes we forget. We don't know when to play.
Like, that is so scary. You couldn't have played like no.
So it was bad. Of course, when I think about it, I was like, that was crazy. What was I doing? And so I get back down like, she's pissed. Like, you don't play. This is life. How do you play?
Yeah. You can't play like that.
How do you play with life?
No.
How do you play with life and what? Yeah, I was like, oh, when I think about it, I was like, that was crazy.
But
the
whole mind was you were shocked.
Yeah, that was stupid. But the more you grow, the more your knowledge grows. The things that you know, the things that you didn't do, you begin to like you grow. Actually the scripture says, Paul says that when I was a child, I behaved like a child, and I am older. Like, I'm thinking different. My perspective has changed and stuff. But the boy in us, always he comes out sometimes.
It comes out crazy.
It comes out very crazy. And now when we are only boys alone, the things we do, because I saw a clip one time, and men were around like a pool table. They are celebrating. They are what? And then in the caption was, when we're women and women think we are out there cheating. And then another one actually was saying small things. Thank God I've come back now to the needs to the topic. Yeah, women need to know that actually small things make men happy. Now, one of the examples that I can give you, and this is not about buying small things and just like men need small things just for happiness. Now, so I'm getting there. Now, for example, a woman, depending also on the woman, might need maybe to do like a vacation, or they might need maybe like a big gift, or they might need like something tangibly serious to like be happy, right? But for men, small things make us happy. So for example, if the woman lets me go out to watch a game with my friends, or if she allows me to go, play football, because there are some women who demonize those things. Umushiza ya agenda ku like he has gone kuzana mpira or like you get it? And yet for us, like that's like, it looks like a small thing, but it fills us with joy and happiness. Like if I go and watch an Arsenal game when they are beating them. Yes.
Why? Man,
I'll be happy. You get what I mean?
okay.
I'll be happy.
When
Like
they're beating them.
when you see, yes, when they're beating them.
Okay.
When you see us men, like the way we stand up to celebrate
Yeah.
and argue, like we're happy. I don't need to like go to Bahamas or whatever place like to. For men, we not big things like make us really really happy. It's like small things, and but also I also realize for men sometimes their things may not change. Our things are more consistent, and what sometimes what he needs in the moment is it remain the same need later. I will not get to Nambole, but yes, what a man needs now is the same thing he needs. You know, and yet like for women, like things just keep on changing and stuff.
Yeah. I just want to cuddle, but not to go to Nambole. It's simple.
A man, if he's cuddling, Nambole has to come in. Like, how do you cuddle without Nambole? You get
that two different things.
I'm telling you, yes, but that's
for women.
For women, for men understanding women more. I also had to understand that if my wife holds my hand, if my wife hugs me, if she's not looking for sex. You get. It doesn't have to end in sex. For men, it's different.
It's like, where are we going then if
you get what I mean? So but again, it's a growing learning of the things. Like you have to be learning your wife. The man had to be learning, even in relationships. But I've also realized that the foundations that you set in relationships, they really help you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if you have not been praying together while dating, it's going to be hard
for you to sit and pray together. Yeah,
it's going to. If you didn't have breaks, while dating, in cuddling, even you will not have breaks in marriage. Every time you look at a woman, she's just for men. Every time you look at a woman, it's just sex. You get and of course sometimes men. I don't want to defend men today. Sometimes for us men, when women are saying, hey, for us sometimes we just every time we look at a woman, it's sex. And then so when women are accusing us of that, sometimes we be like, okay. So you want us to look at another person? You want us to, we defend her. We want us to go out there and what? But I think sometimes women are they're trying to tell us, they're trying to communicate something, because communication is a big. They're trying to communicate something that maybe my need in this moment is just to be cuddled. It's not that they are trying to push men to go out and. Because even there are marriages that have ended that way, where the woman is so quarrelsome. So the Bible says it's better. To stay is it a rooftop or whatever than with who's quarrelsome. Yeah, there are men who have left who one of the reasons why men are usually at bars, they want to come back late when their women either have slept or sometimes, especially some are running away from responsibility, but sometimes are running away from women who are very very quarrelsome. And so so many things happening really around, but I just hope we're learning one thing or two from the
I'm the one who is even learning more than I've realized. You people, I think what you said last it was literally for the singles and the ones who are dating. What you're doing now is just going to be amplified in marriage.
Exactly.
If you're not praying together, just know in marriage you're unable to even hold hands and pray. The way you're praying, if you are able to hold hands, hold them now when you're still dating, so that in marriage you'll be hugging when you're praying. That will be easy. So one last thing as we're winding up. What lie were you told before you got married? When you got in marriage, you realize go ground with Adam.
You realize go grounding. I think one of the lies. So there are many ways to form lies. Sometimes it's people that form the lies in you. Sometimes it's movies that form the lies in you. Other times it's social media, and other times it's your circles really that you're in. So they can't create a lie. So one of the lies over time was that married people have sex all the time. So me, I am, yes. Well, I'm getting married, and I actually realized Nambole is very far by the way. You
If
see,
you can't walk there, you have to get a taxi.
you have to get a taxi. I'm going to bypass. You have to reach Nambole. It's a very long distance. So sometimes there is a lie that I mean, marriage are like goats. Like it's like you're like goats every time you. I realize it's like it's not. First of all, the women they need to be like taken care of. You have to be communicating with her during the day. You have to. There's a lot that goes into.
There is that journey from where you are, where you stay to Nambole. So you have
there's a distance.
Yeah.
First of all, sometimes traffic men they stop you on the way.
Thank you.
For those of you who have children, you know, they start their journey. The child wakes up, or they, you know, those are now traffic men that are.
Mommy.
So, all those things that happen. So, one of the lies was that marriage is about sex. Marriage is actually not about sex. So, I had to really undo that.
I brought a counselor here who said the first 3 months of your marriage, have it every day because you'll be only reminiscing on what you had in the fridge, so that it will help you. When the reality comes in, you'll be like, Kasa, we had 3 months of good time.
Yeah, that's true. So I think that's one really
one lie.
Yes, one lie that you, because when you reach the ground, and that's the thing, when we'd see married people, we'd be thinking, these people are
in the morning you're looking at their eyes, you're like,
you see, even the national team does not
play in that every day.
They don't. They don't.
You're going you're going to remain married. So
the other thing that I had to really learn, it's also close to like sex and things. Women are not sexual objects. They are not. So sometimes you be think when we're before, like growing up, or you know, even later, you're thinking now, the moment I get married.
Yeah. And now, so, you talk about Christians, you're saying, stop spoiling yourself. Just wait. When you get married, you will have the sex you want. You will have everything. You lied us.
You get. Yeah. You see, what they are saying there, they are trying to. I think what helps people abstain, the real thing, what helps people abstain is not the threats. It's not the pregnancy, HIV, or you'll enjoy better. I think what the real root of abstination is, I think, your relationship with Jesus.
Yeah,
that's where the church should focus more. Push people to become closer to Jesus, to God, that their fear will grow, and then they will not get into like fornication, they will not get into like other things and stuff. But this thing of saying, hey, you will get pregnant, because I mean, you can use condoms. They are pills. Wait, you have sex when you're spoiling
yourself.
I mean, then they will rush to get married to get sex,
and then
they realize,
things are different.
Hey, you also have to look for food. You also cook ground, things are different. You get. I think that the thing that can what can push people better is the fear of the Lord is what should push them. So now, anyway, back to the point of sexual objects. So now you think every time you look at your wife, you're going to have sex.
But then there is foreplay.
Like, first of all, your wife, her mind is far. Her mind, for you seeing her, yes, she's looking nice. What? But
she's a woman you're married.
Yes, you have to. Sex has to be had in the context of like relationship and friendship. It's not
connection.
Yeah, or connection. It's not just now I want. You get that kind of thing. So I think that was one. So I had to work around that, because also there's a difference between love and lust.
Yeah, definitely.
So sometimes we transfer lust to marriage, you know, instead of transferring
love.
You get. So you should still be attracted to your wife, but it's not in a lustful way. It's in a loving way. It's in a loving way. It's in connection. They are no longer a sexual object. They are now your bride. Someone that the Lord has entrusted you to now take care of them. So you can't use them as an object. You connect with them. And so those I had to undo some of those things, because me, I said, now
those
I have
lies.
Yes, it's like how you go to Namaojolo, you buy meat, now it is in your hand. So yeah, every time so that's a mindset. Every time you get to eat and that kind of thing. So
you will have it cold, you have to warm it. You have to warm it. You have to keep it what? You have to put salt.
Exactly.
Like
and now sometimes when men are over, when they see their women as sex objects, every time they want sex and that kind of thing, women begin to withdraw. When they know the man is coming, that's when you start
sick. She'll get sick.
You start hearing
she can get in herpes like
I have headache,
No, she can get in herpes like twice a month.
And
that
because,
is like a week.
Exactly, because you're seeing her as a sexual object, not on connection.
That makes sense.
Connection level. So that's really one lie that I had to do. But also maybe the other lie was along finances. This one was a bit before and even after that. There's an amount of money you need to have to get married. You have to have a plot of land, or you have to have a car, or you have to. Like me, I didn't get married with any of those things, and my marriage has worked. But again, she needed to see that I had a plan and a vision
to get to that.
Because there's also that saying, hey, because women look at, sometimes they look at of course there are also these street women who look at brokenness only in one way. You cash your account, you what, but now there are also women who, the ones who are land, who are exposed, they also look at you can be broke of ideas and also broke of vision and plan. Now it is bad when you have that broke on both things. You're broke on money, you're broke on vision and plan, and because she can't trust you really. At least you'll be broke on money, but you have a plan, you have a vision, you have an idea. She's seeing your effort you're putting in, because you may not have a job at that time. Because now me, when I got married to Trish, she was earning like, I think, twice the money that I was earning, because I was doing a part-time job, she was doing a full-time job, and she was earning like 3 times. I didn't have the money. She actually had the money. And at that point, but of course, after some years, things flipped. And so people who get married because of the money, things change. So you might say, I may not marry that man because he doesn't have money. And then after some time, he has money. Because things
happen. You refuse him now because he has no money. And in the blink of an eye, you're seeing him driving, doing this.
Yes. So you have to look at the values. You're looking at the ideas, the plan, the vision, the faith. You can't be rich in those things also. When someone is rich in those things, if their values are very strong, that means they are also hardworking. So you know that this person, you will not suffer because they will have a way out of this thing. You get what I mean? So sometimes the lie was that you need to have everything set. It never happens. I actually have a friend of mine who he had worked for 10 years, so he had saved for his wedding. He had saved for his wedding. And God, the things went a whole other way. What happened was the mom gives him a call and says, man, I've been diagnosed with cancer. And he was dating, so he had to go and use up all his savings. The ones for the way, everything. But let me tell you, the guy still got married. His friends came in and still got married. And when he was giving his wedding speech, the most powerful, he mentions it. He's like, man, God really wanted me to show me that it's not me. It is him. You get it? It's not the money. It's not it is him.
True.
And that was a good foundation for marriage, that it's God.
He understood.
He understood that now it's God is at the foundation. But now most people, because they have all their money, because they have their empire of marriage, the foundation is money.
And when
but let
money,
me tell you,
and
money
when money
can decide to go anytime. Someone can fall sick, someone can, yeah. So you have to really look, you have to look at your foundations and stuff. And it's not good to have cracks in your foundation.
You can never build something stronger on that crack.
It is tough. It is hard. It is hard work because the thing is going to crumble at some point. It's going to crumble down. So I think that could be the lie that money is everything. So yeah. So I talked about the lies on sex, lies on money, and then the other thing I think was about, I think I should say, vulnerability as well towards your wife. So like I said,
tell a woman everything, like how people say you cannot.
You cannot cry before your woman. You can't like tell her everything and stuff. And so the lie I had was that you have to like maybe keep some things, or you have to again, it goes back to like your foundations, and so that lie, you see, that lie is you're trying to protect your reputation, you're trying to protect your ego and what. But in the process of trying to protect your ego and what, you may end up losing it. Sometimes I realize that vulnerability is actually the answer to some of these things. So I built a culture of trying to be vulnerable. Now with my wife, sometimes there are things where it takes some time because I have to process them and that kind of thing. But I have made that a culture. If something is hurting me, if I am offended, if I don't feel like man enough, if I don't feel like I am contributing enough, like sometimes I have those conversations like, with my wife, and she knows what's on my heart, and she will encourage you. Sometimes, again, wives are a whole other thing. Sometimes she will encourage you. Sometimes she will challenge you and push you.
Go forward.
Yes, to go forward, like, man, get up, you go. And again, like men, we like women, sometimes you find that for us, most of the time, really, we need that affirmation, we need that assurance of trust at all times. That if any married person is, that's a key.
That's very key.
That's a key. You get, first, we don't change. We don't change a lot.
Your things don't change.
Yeah, but sometimes what you may think what you need is what you want is what you need. There's a difference. You may be wanting that at the moment, a pat on the shoulder, but maybe what you need in the moment is someone to challenge you and get out of bed and go and work.
If you lost a job, stand up and start to work.
Stand
what
up.
Are we
it's
going
not
to eat tomorrow.
Sorry, honey, it's going to be fine.
You're the man in the house.
Yeah. You see, that's maybe what I want in the moment.
At the moment, you want a tap on the shoulder.
And then maybe what I really need is someone to say, get up. You get. But of course, again, how you say it, is, at least tell me, you're a wise person. I know you'll make it. Get up.
Yeah.
Go work. There you're adding in the element of affirmation.
Yeah.
Adding in trust. That kind of thing. So when going back now a bit on the pressures, do not pressure your man. Men don't want to be pressured to be what they are not. You get. Do not compare with your man with anything. Like comparison. You get. Now, back to the lies. One of the lies was also that bit of comparison. That, how you see a model, how you see a woman on TV, how sometimes you think that that's what life is about. So you also come in marriage and you're expecting a model, you're expecting, and now those who have had a bit of like addictions in like porn, there are so many lies that are built around you
in your
mind. Also, if you've been watching a lot of movies, there are these lies that you have. Telemundo.
So you think in slow motion. Yeah,
you think now when I come back, when I sit down, I'm going to there's going to be music, my legs are going to be up, my wife is going to come and she's like model, and then she's I'm going to open my my bed, I'd find like, petals.
And
Sometimes those things are just telemundo things. But so sometimes you have to
Reality.
deal with those lies
in your
along the way.
mind.
But now when you find out that you believed a lie for long, I think now I could talk about what do you do. Because many times when people find out maybe they believed a lie, either they hide, they run away from it, they don't accept.
Quickly we want to
Yes,
rub it.
exactly. Or some do not accept that they actually believed a lie. Some just want to throw it away. I think it's good to have conversations with your lie.
Face it.
You get.
I know you lied me. I have experienced something different.
Exactly. Like face it and then move on to the next thing. Like embrace the truth.
Yeah.
Embrace the truth. Because the lies that I've mentioned, what are the lies? I've even forgotten the lies that I mentioned. But all those lies, there's truth. Okay, yes, I talked about sexual women. The truth is women are not sexual objects. And the truth is you're not going to have sex all the time.
And the truth is you have to put effort.
Exactly. The truth is you have to put effort. So embrace the truth and then make that the truth your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And undo these things you get. But also I think reading the Word of God also helps, because the Word of God is a standard of truth. The modern world have brought in these things of there's John's truth, there's Barna's truth, but then there is the truth. The Bible says that John 14:6 is the way, the truth, and the life.
Hey. Yeah.
So there is a path that there is a way, there is a path that is right. There is a path that has our eternal destination, which is the way. Now, people bring you so many different ways, but there is only one way, and that way is Jesus. His lifestyle, his way, his path of life is what leads us to the Father. But there's also truth, right? The truth. There are many types of truth. People have their truth. I was about to say some TikToker who has his own truth, but there are many kinds of truth. There are pastors everywhere. They have their truth. I've been seeing some pastor who has been trading and so now people are leaving their churches. They are going to his churches because they feel like his truth is there's some truth.
It's a real truth.
You should host him and have a conversation.
Definitely.
So. I know someone will put it in the comments. We know the pastor. Anyway, so there is the truth. People are trying to come up with, but there is the truth, and the truth is a person. Jesus is the truth. He gave us his word. The Bible says that he John 1:1. He's the word. The word became flesh. He is the word. And so when his written word is the truth, which should be our standard of the truth. So the world can have their truth, people can have their truth, a husband and a wife each person can have their truth, but you need to go back to the truth. And then the last one, he says that he is the life. So that means if you're not in Jesus, or if you're not in the truth, if you're not following that path, there is no life. Every other path is dead. Every other truth is dead, because he is the life. He's the one who gives marriage life. He's the one who gives relationships life.
Definitely.
And so if he's ignored, if he's abandoned, if he's rejected, everything is dead. And that's why I had mentioned earlier that he has to be the foundation. The foundation. Not, you can't make money the foundation. You can't make any other thing the foundation. He has to be really the foundation.
Then those who make even sex
everything.
The foundation.
Sex can't be the foundation. Someone, I know of a couple where the lady got an accident and now she was in a wheelchair for like 3 years. You get now. Imagine your foundation was sex. So what are you going to do? The woman is in a wheelchair for 3 years. Her spine
broke.
You get. And now for you, sex was the foundation. So you have to have a stronger foundation, which is truth and which is Jesus, because at the end of the day, he's the one who gives life. Every other thing is dead. Every relationship is dead. It's like fish in the water. When that fish moves out of the water, it dies. So you could nekachiteka when it is hot, actually. But now I'm thinking of that just a natural way, and think of God as really like the water, and you are the fish.
Whenever we get out,
the moment you get out, you actually die. And so He's the one who gives life to everything.
But you can still put it in my easy way. Whether we get out, you come and fumba us. Where we are, we get back into the water.
Of course. So I think we have to think about Him as the one who gives life, is the truth. So at the end of the day, that's what helps define everything around us. And so everything that we go through in life, we have to be thinking about it through that lens and that perspective.
Oh my goodness, I've learned, and I'm so sure you guys are learning a lot. Barna, on the Love Hub, I would want to host you one more. Will that be granted?
I'll be glad. I'll be glad. I'll be glad.
That's real wisdom running through you. I am so glad.
Thank you
we
so much.
Can't go further, my Love Hub people, but he has promised, and when he promises, bring him back. But it's been a great time with you, Barna. Any shout outs, any music coming?
Music, yes. I'm working on a couple of songs, but I think about 2 weeks ago, I released a video, one of my songs called Joy Anthem. I released the music video, so you can check it out on my YouTube, Barna Birungi. I'm sure they will tag me somewhere.
Yeah, I will.
My YouTube.
I will be tagging you.
And then you could also check out my video Upside Down as well, released sometime back. Yes, so, and then there's Victory as well. And then I'm working on a couple of things that I'll be releasing coming soon. So
Barna, Jesus Agenda.
Jesus Agenda. We want to
let's have something. Yo, Jesus Agenda. This is
Jesus Agenda.
This is a simple agenda.
I said this is a single agenda. So in that song I was saying we only have one agenda.
Single.
We don't have luxury for other things. It is a single agenda. This is a single agenda. One agenda. Some people, of course, were saying this agenda. Is a singles agenda. Some people playing it as this is a singles agenda.
Singles agenda.
And it's a single agenda, like meaning we have only Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus is our agenda.
It's like here, close to my heart. It is living in my head rent free. But sing right now, let it parent. It's living so hard. It's living rent free. Start paying rent.
So I have that song, that video. Well, we're also trying to work. I did it with a friend of mine called Chills Kabeja. He's one of the artists that we work with as well. So it should be coming out very soon. Shout outs to my wife, my dear wife. I don't know whether she will be saying, "Hey man, you overshared, you overtalked." But some of these things I've shared them with her before. I think there's a time they hosted us on family TV, both of us together.
How we met.
I think it was how we met, kind of. Sure. And we've shared some of these things, so she's already good with them. I have nothing to hide, really, nothing to lose. Shout outs to Bethel Youth Ministries, my young people here at Makerere University. That's where I spend most of my time. I'm a disciple maker. Actually, my vision or my mission, what I usually call myself, is I'm an instrument, of discipleship that is aiming at bridging the hearts of young people to God.
And you're in a good place.
So that is what I'm always trying to do. I'm just trying to be an instrument, God using me to make disciples and bridge hearts of young people to God. I think even in my 40s, I'm just going to be back with
to be a youth.
I'll stay a youth. I'll be the other youth chairman who is 50.
59, the youth leader.
Yes, shout out to those guys. Shout out to my daughter as well. I'm sure she'll watch this. Every time she watches something on the TV, even now, she will not understand. She's like, Daddy, she laughs. She's like, it makes her happy that she's seeing someone she knows like on the TV.
My children want to go in the TV and also be with me. In the TV there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so shout outs to those guys. Shout outs to everyone that I'm also working with. I work with brothers. I have brothers that I work with. I work with also. I have also mentors. I have a mentor that I work with. I have so many pillars of accountability that have actually helped me. Where I'm a husband, I'm part of a marriage group, marriage dialogue. As a father, I'm part of dad base.
Wow.
As a rapper, I'm part of Entico, which is a men's fellowship. And then as a, you know, of course, as a preacher, as a pastor, I also have a mentor. So I have all these accountability things.
Well done.
So sometimes someone asks me, I think I was on an interview, like, how would you like to remain standing up to this one? Because music is almost about 10 years. Marriage is 5 years ago. If you make 5 years in marriage, you are nowadays you are big.
I know.
You get so sometimes they ask, but what people don't see are these pillars
that you're holding on.
Yeah, the pillars that are holding you in all these different places. Because I have
keep you grounded.
Yes, to keep you grounded. I have places that I'm feeding from, but I also have people that can correct me. I also have people that can speak in my life. And then, so I go on stage, I do my thing, I preach or I rap, I do what people may see, maybe a flashy person, but there's a lot behind the scenes. There are people that are growing you. Yeah, I actually finished with this. I one time hosted someone on a podcast, and you know, so we told him 150 years if you're away from here, you died and gone, but someone lands on your book. What would that book be? Like, what would be the title of that book? And he mentioned something very powerful. He said, the title of that book would be A Weak Man Riding on the Shoulders of Strong Men.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Wow.
And I think as I learned something from there, I was like, that's, for him to say that's how you want to be remembered. That's kind of, that's his legacy. That's the book.
He was riding on the shoulders of the strong men.
And I think that's one principle. If we pick on as, you know, as the people that are watching Love Hub and all of this, thinking I am a weak man who is riding on the shoulders of strong men. Find those shoulders. Find those shoulders and lean on them. Yeah, do not die alone. Do not isolate yourself. Do not. The people that can hold you and move with you. Like, find those men around you. They're always there.
They're there. It's because we don't.
And even the women, find those women around you. Those people give you counsel.
True.
Sometimes you might kutomera in a relationship, and there's someone who because sometimes people, hey, one time they see a girl, the next thing they're already dating, the next thing they're already married.
Things
like
are rushing.
Yeah, have a mentor, like ask them, observe the person. Are there any red flags? Are there any
that I'm missing out?
You might
there is when I'm telling you, there is when love can.
Because say even love is blind.
So marriage will make you see that.
Marriage so sometimes you might think that you know the person you what, but it's good to look for extra counsel, and it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't hurt. It might save you
a lot.
Yeah. So thank you for hosting me.
Oh, it's been a great time
on the Love Hub.
Goodness.
I was in the hub.
Yeah, in the hub.
The hub of
so
love.
glad.
Yeah,
Until next video, my great people. Yeah. Peace.